I'm not vibrating like I would start to call it out. I need a purpose, I can't keep surfing through this existential misery. Now we're gonna need some real estate, but if I choose my words carefully, think I could fool you that I'm the guru. Wait, how do you spell epiphany? Before the truth will set you free, it'll piss you off before you find a place to be. You gotta lose the plot, too late to tell you now. One ear right on the other one, 'cause all you ever do is chant the same old mantra.
So good, guys. Okay, I think this song is so good, and I love the like cult theme that Bring Me the Horizon has. Like Kool-Aid follows the same kind of cult theme, and it really looks at, in my mind, the reason that people like join cults and join into these things that have cult-like mentalities. I think that like the second part of the chorus answers that question. Too late to tell you now, one ear and right out the other one, because all you ever do is chant the same old mantra. Like we are all looking for something to follow that will give us the opportunity to believe in a life that is void of suffering. Like that's why people join cults, is because it gives them the opportunity to believe in either a life or an afterlife that is void of suffering. And that gives them hope, right? And so that's why people who have experienced a lot of pain and trauma in their life are more susceptible to that kind of messaging. Also, the other reason is that they are searching for like a reason for their suffering, something that makes their suffering worthwhile. And the truth is actually in the song, which is that like we can't avoid that. Before the truth will set you free, it'll piss you off. Before you find a place to be, you're going to lose the plot. You are not always going to be on the right path, and losing the plot, losing the path is a part of getting on the right one. The truth is not always comfortable. It's going to make you mad sometimes. I just love this song. It's so good. It's so good. Oh my God, I love you all.
Could I have your attention, please? It's time to tap into your tragedy. Think you could use a new abuser.
The appeal of following a cult or following a person or holding on to one mantra or one perspective and like applying your entire life to it is that they give you all of the answers so that you don't have to find them yourselves. They tell you what your trauma is for, and they tell you how to use it, and they tell you what the path to you need to be on is. And the truth is that you are the only one who can uncover these answers. That's why, like, if someone comes to me and they're like, yeah, my therapist told me to do this, this, and this, and this, like, they gave me advice and told me everything I'm doing wrong in my life. Sure, there is maybe a time and place for direction and guidance, but if a therapist is giving you advice and judgment on your life and telling you like this is right and this is wrong, they're actually not doing their job in the best way that they can, in my opinion, because the best thing that therapy can do is help you come to your own realizations. And that's really, really hard, and it's really, really scary. But finding the answers, losing the plot, is actually the only way you can get on the right path for you. But that requires a lot of hard work. That requires facing your pain. That requires you becoming the expert in your own life and experience. That's not always the easiest thing to do. And so there's a lot of appeal to having someone else tell you exactly what you need to do to end your suffering and exactly what you need to do to live a life that is void of pain. And that's just not actually possible, but it's the idea of it is really appealing.
Close your eyes and listen carefully. Imagine you're stood on a beach, water gently lapping at your feet, but now you're sinking. What were you thinking? That's all the time we have this week. Before the truth will set you free.
I do feel like I say that to my clients, like, well, let's pick up there next time.
You gotta lose the plot, too late to tell you now. One ear right on the other one, 'cause all you ever do is chant the same old. And I know there's never
it's like a drug. Like she's like taking a drug and she's like holding it close to her. And this belief that these mantras, that these cults, that these things, these people sell are like a drug that comforts and numbs you and gives you the opportunity to actually avoid facing some of the things in your life that if you face will help you find the way.
Before the truth will set you free, it'll piss you off before you find the place to be. You gotta lose the plot before the truth will set you free. It'll piss you off before you find the place to be. You gotta lose the plot.
I love this song so much because it gives us the answer. Like instead of like chanting the same old mantra of like numbness and blindly following someone else and like closing your eyes to your pain and just like pushing through and persevering without understanding, like the actual mantra that you should be chanting is literally the chorus to this song. Like it literally is. Before the truth will set you free, it'll piss you off. And before you find a place to be, you're going to lose the plot. Those are two things that I can guarantee you are true. Like it is really, really hard to face the truths about yourself and about the world and about your experiences. It's going to piss you off, but it will also set you free once you face it.
Mantra.
The little smirk. You guys, the song. I just want to acknowledge that it makes sense why people follow, whether it's like as serious or as a cult or just like someone on social media who is telling them, being like, follow me and do this, take my course and your life will be so easy and happy and nothing will ever go wrong. Like it makes sense to want that. And the reality is that we can't have that. We can reduce our suffering. We can make our lives easier. There are things that we can do to do that. But the best thing we can do is actually accept that sometimes life is hard and that we have to find our own path and we have to forge our own way and we have to accept hard truths about ourselves in the world. And this song gives us a mantra. It's like the beautiful thing also is that we're not doing it alone. Every single person in this world has to accept that same mantra. And instead of fighting against it and trying to follow something else that's going to give you ease and end up literally everyone in this video ends up dead. And so what that shows is that actually this path that promises ease and a lack of suffering does not lead to that. It actually leads to often increased suffering because you've spent so long trying to avoid truths and avoid losing yourself. And it often just takes you longer. Whereas if you just were like, okay, it's going to be hard. And I'm going to get lost along the way. And there are going to be some things that I learned that I don't like. You can listen to this song to encourage yourself to live in that place, to not blindly follow, to recognize that you are being brave and bold for forging your own way. So if you feel like you are lost, I want you to share that in the comments. If you feel like the truth is really hard to face and it's pissing you off, I want you to share that in the comments by tagging out HeartSupport. And if you feel like you are blindly following other people instead of finding your own journey, I want you to share that in the comments because that is what this song is about. It's about finding a new mantra. And when you listen to this chorus, it can give you that. It can remind you that if you're feeling lost, it doesn't mean you're wrong. If the truth is pissing you off, it doesn't mean it's not true. You just have to stay that course because being lost is how you get back to the plot. Okay. Oh my gosh, I love Bring Me the Horizon so much. And if you like using metal music to shift your mindset, hit subscribe. That's what we do all day. We just went through the entire Slipknot music videography. And I recently did one with Jake Lures, the founder of HeartSupport and the lead singer of August Burns Red. So you're going to want to check out Kill Pop, which we just did here, and Snuff, which we did here. And if you like more Bring Me the Horizon, we got a whole playlist of that too. See you soon.